Homage to Shakyamuni Buddha, Master Yonghua. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining our Saturday morning meditation session. So my first talk here in WMT. Just came back to this temple after, I think, 2 years. 2 years. The last time was just a short visit. But if that one we didn't count, that should be longer than 4 years or 5 years. So it's been a long time to come back here, and it's good to see a lot of chants in the temple and people too. I got a warm welcome of everyone here. So thank you very much for welcoming me to go back here. Yeah, and when I go to south here, I can see the environments and the cities. The atmosphere is different from Northern California. Here it's like feel like more busy, and people tend to busy to make money, I guess. San Francisco is just a lot more quiet maybe in just the district of the Sunset District. But here, yes. So how were your sitting? And what is your experience this morning? Anyone have any thought, any comments? This từ there, if you sit on the floor too much, can sit on the bench. Because it's often maybe sitting on the floor, after a long time, the backbone can hurt. If you need to sit on the bench, you can sit on the bench. Yeah, after coming back here, I see even the temple is a lot better. I still see the opportunity to work at this temple a lot. Yeah, just gotta feel like a mind of gold we can tap to make our own blessings. So when we cross our legs and sit together, so one thing I can see that we try to be quiet as much as possible. If we recite mantra, we can do it in the mind instead of making the sound. Maybe it can affect other meditation too. So please keep that in mind. To recite in the mind is better. Yeah, of course, I understand that sometimes reciting mantra in the mind can be difficult. So we can try to make the sound so we can easier to focus. But then if we do it at home or by ourselves, it's understand. But in the temple, in a group, we try to minimize the sound. Thank you. Anyone have any question, any comments? No? So, and we during the sit, we also can try to sit with like a good posture, like the straight back and neck. So it's that's the first thing. It can help the chi flow better instead of you bend our backbone and the chi doesn't flow well in that posture, and also the neck. Try to keep the neck straight too. But it's just not only that. We can, with that good posture, it's easier for us to recognize the thought in the mind too. Because when we sit in a right posture, the chi flow better, and then we can feel the pressure in the mind and the body. The pressure from our worry, daily worry, so we can feel that. And then if we recognize, then we have a chance to calm our mind easier. It's number 7, please.
Hi, Master. I have a question. When we use the recitation beads, first of all, I remember that it's important to close our chis by putting our hands together on our lap. But when I use the recitation beads, I often hold it on my right hand and gently put my hands over my lap. But then the closing the chi gets, it's not, I can't really close it. Do I need to concern about that, or do I need to hold the beads while I'm putting 2 hands together?
Okay. Anyone have the same question, the same problem? Number 2, please.
Dạ, kính chào thầy. Chào thầy. Dạ, con có cái máy mà để niệm Phật á thầy. Nó bấm cái tay á, mình có thể để ngay chỗ này vẫn giữ cái tay mình được. Cứ mỗi lần nhà mình cứ bấm số 1, số 2 nó sẽ nổi lên. Và khi tới 100 tiếng á, thì nó sẽ kêu tít tít, có nghĩa là đã xong 100. Dạ, thì mình sẽ kết cái tay được như vậy. Dạ, đeo vào ngón tay.
Hello, Master. So I have a machine counting, so that every time I recite Buddha names, I would click, push once, twice, and then so all the way up to 100. So it becomes 1 revolution, and when it gets to 100, it will make a sound. So I can do that while making my hands, my thumb pushed together to a closed posture as meditation.
Okay, that's a good suggestion. I've been thinking about that counting machine. I never got one yet. Yeah, it's good idea. But like if you would like to stay to the tradition of using the beads, and then to me maybe it's to a certain level we should want to connect the two, because it's, to my experience, it's helped me to it helped me to find a different way of chi flow in the body. That is not the same, not usually that the chi flow, it flow in the legs and the tongue and to the head. But then if we connect this, at some point we can feel the chi just flow through the arm. So a different kind of circulation there, and it separates us from different kind of desire. So we have the belief we can live without that desire. So we can make the detachment. It's very important to my experience. Yeah. So it strengthens the belief in the practice, and we experience some kind of detachment we didn't have before. So to me, that posture is very important if we can maintain it. So yeah, I think maybe to a certain point, maybe we can try to keep that. But then, like, if I do away, then I have to use a beads. So no choice that time. So yeah. So it depends on the situation. We can adjust. But then maybe you try to do sometime without a beads. Yeah. Try to do that. It's better. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Also, when I do the beats, I'm not sure. Maybe each person is different. So I put on the two hands on the thigh. Usually the backbone is it tend to bend a little bit. I don't know why. Maybe just for me. But then when I do that, and then I try to make this mudra on the left hand, it kind of keep the yin energy to enter the body too. Yeah, this I think Vavacha mudra on the left hand, and I use maybe I have my best like this, and I use to keep it like this, and hold one hand with this, and the other hand to and hold it like this. Of course, it's not about the chi, but I feel this way is more efficient to me more than putting here. Yeah, I mean, when I put on the knees, I still keep holding this mudra on the left hand too. Yeah.
Can you repeat one more time, please?
So I use the beads where I still hold this mudra, this Vajra mudra, to hold this. Yeah, the tip of the thumb touching the base of the index, the ring fingers, and we hold like that. And this one is just holding the beads like this, and then we do. Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. Before I didn't know that, but I feel some chi energy, the yin energy can enter the body. I don't do that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So then, so we come back to the posture, so we can sit straight and we recognize the pressure of the body, and then if we keep that posture straight, the body's posture straight, and then we can release the pressure on the shoulder, on the neck, and the back, and gradually we can make connection with our heart. So the brain and the heart, it can be connected naturally, and even our navel too. So then if it become connected, then our body become relaxed, and it's the purpose, the first purpose of our meditation, right? Become more relaxed and less stressful. Anyone have any question? Any thoughts to share with us? Yeah, I think it's easy to talk like that, but then it will take time to be able to sit just 1 hour sit to make that happen. Number one, please.
Thank you, Master Zhi. Welcome to Wei Mountain Temple.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank you.
Yeah, Master Zhi, just I want to have a question about the worriness and anxious about. So I still have a lot of anxious and worries about my kids. They are okay, even they are okay, but still kind of I always have some worries about my kids. How can I reduce about that kind of worries, and how can I detach from that kind of emotion? So can you teach me?
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. I don't know if I still attached to my son. Anyone have any tip for number 7, please?
So I don't know much, but I have a daughter, and she's only one. So obviously, I put a lot of focus on her while I was raising her. And then she graduated from the college, and she's working. And some point, I still have a lot of attachment for her because I care about her as a mother. At some point, I realized my worry doesn't really help her that much. Not worry and then somehow give her more blessing will be the answer. And I can't really do much. And then it's not like I have so much power that if I generate the blessing, that's enough for her. It's not like that. So I said I'll rely on Master. So in my case, I request a plaque for her, and Master will helping her. Master is helping her to build her blessings. And I just pray, and that lift a lot of heavy pressure on my shoulder. And then I go as, the things happen, I just follow. But I don't worry as much as before in that way.
Okay, thank you. So may I have a question for you? What do you worry about?
I think it's everything.
Everything. Oh my God.
Because they have some plan to some test. I worry about their test.
Okay.
Or they have some plan. Even though they have some boyfriend girlfriend, I still worry about they are good fit of my kids, something like that. So always, they are the stupid the worries is in my mind. So I want to, detach the kind of emotion maybe. So any good way about.
Okay, so if say if your son or your daughter, they're very smart, they can do things well, and then will you worry about that? No, right?
Yeah, I think nowadays, before the meditation, I'm very anxious person, but I'm getting better. I know about, I'm getting better. And also, I want to give us some blessing to my kids. I know their way, but even though, but still I have worries. Especially, I called my son, and sometimes he's okay, but sometimes I can feel about his worries. That's why his emotion transfer to me. So I'm encouraging him, but I'm getting more worries, feelings. So I just only pray for him, but so maybe I too much attached to my son. So that's why I want to from my kids.
I think worries is our natural the attachment. It just comes to us, but then because we feel that they don't come up to our standards or what, right? Because we feel that they not meet up with our standard about how they can be well in society so that's why we worry. Is that the cause of our worry? So in that case, as Sarah suggests, or maybe help them to create some blessing. It's one of the solution to help us to less worry, because we are sure that they are in good hands. So we will less worry. That's one of the first part. And I remember when I was just a lay person, and there's a tendency, we have some expectation to our children, so it's for sure. So that's why we tend to have pressure on them too. So, and I remember Master talk about we shouldn't put our will on our children. that's not healthy for them. So I remember Master talked about that, and then I try to do that, but it's difficult as far as still a lay person in the same house with my son. It's very difficult. Yeah. Number 7, please.
I think as an Asian parent, it's really hard because they're in America right now. So a lot of times we can't relate to them because the society is different. So it's normal that we worry. But if we're passing on our worry and it's not helping them, then it's healthier if we can find somebody that can relate to them, that are maybe, let's say, in the field, and guide them in a different way. Because if we're just giving them blind guidance, it seems like we don't know what we're talking about, and they can sense that, and then they don't want to come back and talk to us anymore.
Yes, I agree. Actually, to me, it's the whole process of how we raise them up. Actually, the process like should start when they were very young. It become adult. We start worrying. It's too late. So I think it's have to start from very young to try our best to grow them in our own ways. I'm not sure it's the right way because they have their own characteristics. They grow on their own ways. But we try our best to have them have good habits of their life when they were young. But to a certain age, it's too late to me. But some of them will grow up very well, but some will have difficulty depend on their blessing. So I think it's time that we try to work on ourselves too, not just completely focus on them only, because we need to give them blessings the first thing, and then we have to work on ourselves too. Yeah, so I found myself that after I left home life and let my son, he's here today, so he worked on himself with his life, and then I don't know how things become better. I don't know. It just become better. Number 9, please.
Master, I know a little bit about Haeyun. I think she's doing her best. She's whatever she could. She's transferring her merit and virtue to her children, and she listened to Master, and she does everything for them. And I met her kids. They're very smart and to me, they look very independent, and they know what they're doing. So I think it helps when we realize, like Venerable said, we need to know our limitation. We can't really help them at a certain point. So if we could let go of the worry and just be helpful. When they call you, just answer the phone and listen to them. And when you worry, and they don't get the full benefit of talking to you because you're already worried. So if you could somehow resolve that worry, and that would be more helpful to her children.
Yeah, number 5, please.
Amitabha, welcome Master Zhi to Whale Mountains.
Okay.
I don't have children, but I can speak from the perspective of being a son of my mom. Like, she devoted her life to raise us two as a single mom. And my brother, he gonna get married this coming next Saturdays, and she still worries. And she keep asking him all his question that, how's this going, how's that going? And I think it's an it's something built in as a mothers. It doesn't matter how grow up your kids is or your children is. The mothers will always worry and cares about their well-beings, because that's just the nature of the mothers. So as the sons, we keep telling our mom that, don't worry about us, we get this.
Yes.
You know, like you raise us with good values, with understanding, a lot of love, and then I think that's what my mom showed us. So that's why we can grow up and be in this world. Yes, we're gonna go into life with suffering and with a lot of challenges, but because our backbone is good, our value is good from our family, so we can go out there and do things. And I think that's the reason why I can tell my mom now, you can have a peace of mind that we'll be okay. Doesn't matter what we go, because I think the teaching from our parents is, especially from my mom, is good enough. So from perspective of children, I think mothers, if you teach us good as well, you can have peace of mind that will be okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Think one more thing I want to say, maybe you can try to separate yourself from them. Like, just try, you know. Sometimes they call or you worry about something, just don't try to connect. Just separate yourself from them. Try to do that. And of course, you are at home, you don't have to leave home like there. But try to separate yourself during Qi or Chan Qi or Fo Qi. Or even at home, you try not to just stop yourself about asking them a lot of things. Just stop doing that and try to meditate to see if you can find the peace of your mind during that time. Try to do that first, and if you actually, when during the separation, you can find the peace of mind, you feel good about yourself, and then you want to do that more.
Thank you, Master Zhi.
Yeah, try
Will
that.
do.
I think, yeah. Number 7, please.
So it was really hard for me with my son. So I spoke to the Americans at this temple, Andreas, Jesse, Peter, and they all gave me their perspective as a Western person. And like Peter said, Venerable, when he turns 18, he is free. So I had to train myself that, okay, I better be nice, because when he turns 18, he's free. So how do I keep him and not lose him? So I mean, I had to really work very hard on myself and my anxiety. And I do have fears, but I let go a lot. And I know that because I'm not out there anymore, I can't speak for him. And so he goes out and he meets friends and he talks to different people. And in a way, it's healthy because he's growing, he's developing his own character, and he's able to express things. So now when I see Andreas or Jesse, they talk to Joseph and they tell me what they think of Joseph. So then when they give a positive feedback, I'm like, okay, I don't have to worry anymore, and just let him figure out his life, because he will have those emotions. I cannot keep reacting on his every emotion.
Yeah, okay, thank you very much, Xian. Yeah, I think it's not like we try to abandon them, but still keep watching, but then something that we think is not healthy or just it's not normal, and then we try to stop ourselves from that limit. And yeah, try that. But I think it can, because of maybe some mom owe the son or the children much more than others, so they difficult for them to try to separate themselves because they feel they're still all the children, so they keep worrying. Yeah, I think the nature of the blessing will take a lot of in the relationship too. Yeah, thank you. That's a good question. Anyone else have any thoughts about that relationship between mom and or parents and children? Andre, you want to say anything, Andre? Are you right here?
My mom has been really sad lately because the house got burned down, and I was able to stay really calm through the whole thing, and thankfully, I was able to do that because she's been really sad. So I don't know. I think the more calm you can be when dealing with someone's anxiety is a lot better. Because I know, for one, when I get anxious, I don't want to talk to someone. I don't want to talk to my mom, especially if I'm anxious, because she worries a lot. And I know if I talk to her, she's going to freak out. So, she's not someone I want to talk. I don't want to talk. Like, if you're a mom and you're worried like that, and I was your kid, like, I would not want to talk to you, and I'm upset. So I mean, my mom, she's really kind of like neurotic. So thankfully, I was able to figure out how to deal with my emotions on my own. For the most part. I mean, obviously, sometimes it gets overwhelming, but I don't like to talk to her when I'm upset, because I know that if I give in a little bit to my emotions, my anger or my worry, she's gonna tenfold that. So if I say something mean, she's gonna say something 10 times more mean. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I would recommend, like, if you're a mother, I don't have kids or anything, but you know, if I would recommend that you try to stay as calm as possible. Otherwise, your son or your daughter's not going to want to talk to you, but when they're feeling bad.
Yeah. Thank you for giving that perspective of our children. Yes. Nice, please.
I think I agree with Andres, really, because my mom was pretty like, I can't do anything. Like, if I do something wrong, I can't not tell her, even if it's not wrong thing. She gets very reactive. So I stopped really telling her stuff. And in that way, I think important that how we need to be calm, because sometimes our children call us just to vent. They're just, you know, it's a normal for them to feel anxious before the exam. So they just want someone to talk to, and they call us. And then if I get nervous or if I get anxious, you know, I'm sure even if I don't try not to show to them, they could feel that it's not the most effective way to vent their anxiety or worried. So staying calm, I think that helps. And then also, I agree with Master Zhi saying, try to improve ourselves. Then that's going to be the most effective way to really deal with that situation.
Thank you, Sarah. Do we have anything else to talk about? Yes, just home, please.
Master, so Master Zhi, so we've been hearing a lot from the perspective of a mother and the parents. I would love to hear the perspective from your own son, how he thought of you and how he perceived you as a father and a parent. What is his point of view and how this relationship was building up?
Do you want to say? It's up to you.
Hello, I'm Master Zhi son. I can talk a little bit about this.
Yes, please. I never heard anything from you about that. Today is the day.
It's, growing up, we didn't always have the most money or like anything like that. But I always knew my parents were trying their best to raise me and teach me what they could. And I noticed, especially after my mom passed away, like 13 years ago now, my dad had to raise me on my own, on his own. And sometimes I would do something stupid. Every kid does something stupid. And we would get in fights and all that. But I think, and I understand like now as I'm older that it comes from a place of worry and like just making sure I can take care of myself. But I think it's important to let your children mess up, because even if you tell them what they're doing is wrong, the best way to learn is really to mess up, and I think that's just how it is in life.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It's good to know. It's actually I think about him and about myself. I think I mess up a little bit more than him. He well behaved than myself compared to my parents, to be honest. So I appreciate that. He's a good son, I believe so. Home, please speak. Home.
Hello, Master Zhi. Today we have all of your three generations stay together in one room. Welcome all, and can we also have perspective of as a mother raising Master Zhi? How do you feel about raising Master Zhi, and is there any difficulty? And what is your relationship between two of you, and how you overcome this obstruction?
Yeah, my mom, yes, I'm not sure she wants to talk. Yeah, please speak, Mom.
Thưa Thầy, mỗi một cá nhân trên đời này, mỗi người một tính cách. Không ai giống với ai hết, ngay cả mẹ con, cha con hay là anh chị em với nhau. Nhưng mà trong cái cuộc sống chung đó, mình phải ý thức được rằng cái cương vị của mình chỗ nào, cái tình cảm của mình đặt với những người thương mình với một cái tình thương như thế nào, hay là cái sự lo ra như thế nào, đối xử như thế nào để giữ một cái không khí gia đình hạnh phúc bình an. Đó là vấn đề quan trọng của một con người. Mà theo Ngược Từ nghĩ thì nó như vậy. Và bây giờ Ngược Từ thấy mỗi khi lớn lên, những cái sự suy nghĩ của mỗi người, những cái sự mà ý thức của mỗi người trong cái đời sống, nó có khác biệt hơn là khi con mình còn thơ dại, mình còn ôm ấp nó, dạy dỗ thì nó nghe. Nhưng mà khi nó lớn lên, nó ra đời, nó có những sự hiểu biết riêng, cho nên những cái mình nói, nhiều khi mình nhà quê nó không còn với cái tốt đẹp, cho nên nó có cãi lại. Thì cái điều đó mình phải chấp nhận và phải hiểu thấu cái tình cảnh của một con người trong gia đình. Chứ không phải mình ôm vì mình mà mình đã phá hay là mắng giết như tôi thấy nhiều cha mẹ ở xung quanh đó. Cái thứ hai nữa là bây giờ sau này lớn lên, mình già cả, đầu óc mình quên nhiều. những cái cảm nhận của mình ở một cái thời đại văn minh nó không có ý thức theo kịp, mà con mình thì là có những cái bất đồng, nó hay cãi vã lại mình, hay là hay nói lại mình những cái điều gì đó, thì Ngược Từ thấy rằng mình cũng nên thông cảm cho cái cuộc sống hiện tại, và tất cả mọi thứ con mình nói mình chấp nhận hết, trừ những cái việc gì nó quá đáng, sai trái thì mình lựa lời nhẹ nhàng mình góp ý lại thôi. Đó là vấn đề trong cuộc sống của Ngược Từ từ trước đến nay. Ngược Từ không có nghĩ rằng mình làm những điều gì sai trái hay là có tội lỗi với gia đình con cái của mình hết thưa thầy. Đó là tình cảm của Ngược Từ trình bày vậy thôi. Và hy vọng rằng những người ở trong xã hội này, chẳng hạn như các chị đang làm mẹ hay là các người đang làm cha, mình đừng có ý cái quyền cha mẹ của mình mà mình không dạy dỗ con mình cho nó thành một cái con người trưởng thành nhẹ nhàng đầm ấm hơn, mà mình có ý mình có quyền mình la mình mắng rồi mình đánh đập. Ngược Từ nghĩ cái điều đó không nên và không phải, chỉ đem những điều nhẹ nhàng, những cái điều gì mà mình thấy đúng mình khuyên nhủ và mình dạy thôi, chứ mình không có nên như ở Việt Nam cha mẹ lấy roi rồi đánh con rồi đủ thứ chuyện. Ngược Từ rất là sợ điều đó. Dạ, Ngược Từ chỉ nghĩ như vậy thôi. Thưa thầy, thưa quý vị đại chúng.
Cảm ơn Ngược Từ.
Nghĩ là như vậy.
Ông translate.
Hello, Master Zhi. Personally, I think that everybody who were born in this life, even within the same family, they also have their own characteristic. Not everybody are the same with each other, but we live in a community, we live all together as a positions of a mother, a son, and so forth. We just try our best to keep the family, the atmosphere to be peaceful and calm as much as possible. That is what my perspective, because everybody, when they grow up, they have their own perspective in life. They have their own way of living that is different from when they were young, when they still in our watch, we still be able to hug and talk to them, and they will listen to us. But then when they grow older, they develop their own perspective, the way of thinking. Sometimes with our pace right now, even if we were trying to talk to them, they will think that we are all time out of step, and they do not agree with whatever we say. So if we would just keep it in our heart, we grow up resentment and we yell and we retaliate back to them. I think this is a lot of things that have happened with the parents around us, and when they grow up, they have their own mind, and sometimes me as a person, I'm getting older and I forget a lot of things. I cannot catch up with the time with this current civilization. So sometimes that our perspective are not in sync, are not the same with our children, and sometimes that they will talk back and they will argue back with us, but we should, to me, we should understand and sympathetic about this. We don't have to talk to them, we don't have to argue back to them, except for when it is so wrong, and that to the boundary of right and wrong, we need to tell them. So I hope that for those who are in the position of a mother, a father, and the parents, try not to use your right as a parent to punish or to teach them in a harsh way. When we yell, we beat them up. I think it is better to talk to them in a gentle, calm way. Don't just be like the way that we used to do in Vietnam, only beat up on their kids. And this is just my perspective. That's all. And thank you so much for listening.
Yeah, thank you for saying that. But it's just like very general and common thing, nothing like personal for me at all. So maybe a little bit more personal will be helpful, I guess, for the experience with me, how I mess up each time. If you want to say, if you don't want to say, it's okay. Number 7, please.
Master Zhi, I felt her words had lots of wisdom. I think I'm very petty and I need to work on myself some more.
Yes, I agree that relationship with others, it's a big part of our life, right? I think so. But fortunately that we follow Master Yonghua, and we know of a way to improve ourselves. So that is one of the first things we should do, improve ourselves first. So then if we improve ourselves, and then the relationship between us and others will be improved too. Yeah, so I think that's how things go with our practice. We should have tried to improve ourselves first, and then other things will be better. I think if nothing else we want to talk about, I think we can stop here today. And thank you for joining. We can have lunch in 10 minutes. Thank you, everyone. Me too.